Well, hello and welcome to chapter 14 of World's Longest Suicide Note. I'm Roger, I think, and while I am suicidal, I am not a. I'm not a professional of any kind. I'm going to explain why I'm a little loopy right now, so you'll understand. I just got back from vacation. And one of the souvenirs I brought back was a cold, like a lot of people do, and it's not uncommon. But I'm on the meds to keep the phlegm from making my head explode. So bear with me, I'm a little loopy. And also I'm starting a new painting this time. And while I said I'm doing a bunch of series about my mentality and my mental illness, this one has nothing to do with that. This is just a regular painting that I'm donating to a charity auction. I mean, I guess I could say, oh yeah, this is when I wake up, this is my depression, like smelling the blood in the water, and it's gonna come and eat me. I mean, you can draw a parallel, I guess. But at the end of the day, I said they made a call to artists to submit some paintings for this auction. And I'm like, you want a painting from me? They don't even know that I'm not an artist, the suckers. But they want one, so, and I only have a few days to do it, so we're going to kind of cruise along on this thing. Just because I'm late, but I was on vacation. So I want to talk a little bit because vacation's a part of my management style as far as my mental illness. I use it like an anchor, and what I mean by that is like, so every February, me and my wife take our mental health trip, and that's what we call it. It's our mental health trip. And why in February? Well, because I survived the holidays, and we will do a dealie on the holidays, because that's a big thing. I don't like the holidays. I'm not a fan. So anyway, but I survived. I survived the holidays, and then January. January can be kind of a shit show. The weather where I live is gray and cold, and come February, I would like to opt out of winter. So that's what we do. We do it for a week or so, and we go somewhere. And for us, we both really like warmth and sun. So we go somewhere that, we go to the beach. Somewhere there's a beach that's warm. And so, it doesn't matter. If you love the mountains, if you love to fish, I mean, if you love the cold and the snow, and that's what does it for you, then that's what you need. Whatever it is, But come August, September, when I really don't need to, because it's warm and nice, I plan a trip for February, because I know I'm going to need it. And when I plan the trip and when I book it, I plan an anchor, and then I spend the rest of the time, like when it is crappy outside, I use that anchor to pull myself towards that, to get me going. It's like, oh, I know February's just right around the corner. I just got 4 weeks or 3 weeks, and I count it down, and I'm just pulling myself on that anchor rope towards that. And it helps. It gets me through some dark times. So what am I doing here anyway? I mean, I'm not trying to teach you how to paint, but what I'm doing is toning the canvas. I can't stand the white canvas. I hate. There's nothing worse than. I mean, there's a lot worse. Come on. I don't like just a white canvas. It's intimidating. It's ugly. It's obnoxious. And so by doing this, it closes up some of the, when you look at canvas, it's got all this texture to it, and it kind of closes that up, makes the other layers of paint go on a little bit smoother. And it provides a little bit of depth. It's not my idea. I got it from YouTube. But I like it. Anyway, just letting you know. So we're going to be painting a shark. And yes, eventually all this is going to be blue at some point. Different shades of blue, a lot of blue. So it really, and I know this is brown. Well, why would you not just keep? And I don't know. I mean, somebody knows. It's not me though. But it's just part of my process. If it makes sense, it makes sense. I don't know. So anyway, we just got back, and I have a cold, and I'm taking medicine, and it kind of is looping me out a little bit. But so then the next question is, well, what's vacation like for somebody like me? Well, and what I tell them is like, no matter what I pack, I bring my baggage with me. My baggage never gets lost. It's always there with me. So, saying that, I still take all that with me, and I have to manage it while I'm on a beach somewhere, just as much as I have to manage it when I'm working. The thing that changes is a lot of the structure around it, a lot of the responsibilities that I have. I don't take those, and I really do try to disconnect. Disconnecting really helps. So, and you can control it. I mean, if you go somewhere, to a remote beach somewhere, I mean, leave the country. I mean, the Wi-Fi may not be great, which is awesome. That's like, if a resort or something like advertises, we have the best Wi-Fi, I'd be like, no, I don't care. I want you to advertise sketchy ass Wi-Fi. That's what I want to hear. Oh, I can't respond to that. I have sketchy ass Wi-Fi. So, if I was ever a travel influencer, I'd be like, yeah, you need to really advertise that you'll never. The only thing they have is like the old AOL, the when it made all the noise. That'd be awesome. I'll book that place. Anyway, because I still have to manage. There's never a time in my life that I don't have to manage that, because I have had some pretty bad situations on vacations in the past. And so now, not only are you away from your normal situation and ability, you're in a foreign place that has less, and so you still have to manage. And if you don't manage, if you think, well, I'm going on vacation, I can take a break from my mental illness, that doesn't happen. And it leads to very bad situations. And I know that because I have been on vacations that have, not ended horribly. It's not that anyone died. I didn't have to bury bodies or anything. But at the end of the day, it was, I ended up coming home without being recovered or without feeling that it was a benefit to do it. It actually was probably more of a struggle than every day being home. So anyway, it's about managing the activities and the things, the places, because sometimes there's a lot of expectations where, and that's something to avoid too, is like we set this vacation up and then we don't schedule anything. We're going to be at this place at this time, and it's going to be at a beach, and it's going to be warm, and there may or may not be little drinks with umbrellas in them. But if then we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and you start adding all this stuff, well, you're just adding to all your responsibilities that you have. That, yes, it's not your work responsibilities, but it's, now you have to do every day. You got to do this and this and this, and the whole idea is just to be in another environment, to experience some things, and to enjoy time without having to do copious things, and we've all been on vacations where we need a vacation from the vacation, and that's not what we do. The mental health vacation is just, that's what it is. We go somewhere and we do some fun things, but we plan it day by day. So anyway, I do highly recommend putting something out there. If you're coming up with a rough time, and it's traditionally been a rough time, put something on the back end of that. Whatever it is you like to do. It doesn't have to be a vacation. It could be a concert. It could be skydiving. I don't know why that would be. It doesn't really matter. But whatever you love to do, put that out there and like drag yourself through the sludge to get there. It definitely helps. Yeah, and then understand that there's no days off. There's no time when you can let down your guard. There's just times that you can make it easier, more manageable. Yeah. So, I don't know what we're going to talk about next. Hopefully something cool. But the next thing on this here painting is to throw some colors, start getting some blues in there in the water. And I'm going to try to get some like sun rays through the thing. It's the surface. So this shark is like cruising right underneath the surface. And I've never actually seen a shark in real life. I mean, that's not true. I mean, what I mean is like a great white, like a scary shark. I once held a nurse shark. I held it like a baby. Not really like a baby. Because it wasn't like upside down and I was like feeding it or something. It was just sitting there, but I was holding it, and it was kind of a cool experience. So I don't have anything against sharks, but I definitely wouldn't want to see one. And maybe this was inspired because on the flight I watched Jaws. I love that movie, Jaws. Just classic. But I think like sharks are terrifying if you're in the water and they're in the water and you're not like in a boat. Like, I'm losing my mind now. So I'm gonna say goodbye for now. I'll catch you in chapter 15, and we'll talk about something else. Not sure yet. We're just gonna keep pushing forward, my friend. All right, take care.